the Babylon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fire burn them. Wula Ipa fire burn them. So right now we don't know. I mean, it can happen. They started doing this shit like I think last Thursday. Loading people up and taking them somewhere. And my concern is I don't care about the other nationalities. I'm talking about we Africans. I think we should be given some sort of respect and some sort of some grant, because I mean we Africa is supplying the whole world with everything. Without Africa, the whole world is going to go dark, and we are being slapped in the face like that. Especially Ghana, where the gold and everything is hot, and there are 6,200 Ghanaians affected. It really hurts me. I don't know them, but it hurts me. I don't want to see a brother go through this kind of crappy thing. So, Yahuda, today, you're going to have to give it to us. What do you think? I mean, you know what's going on. I know you don't live in America, but you know everything that's going on. So what's going on, and what do you think?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And let me take this opportunity and say good evening to our listeners, Conscious Vibe Radio and TV, for watching us every Saturday, for supporting us every Saturday. We are here because of them, because it's like marketing. When you go to the market, we have the seller and the buyer. So without them, we cannot be here. So I want to appreciate you all. But please, anytime you come on, you share our videos. We want your comment. If you have some questions, you can put it across. I keep pushing this message and telling Black Africans it's time we have to wake up. This is the platform of consciousness.
Man.
I heard the news and I was so sad. Today, this topic is, we are going to discuss it in two categories. The advantages and disadvantages. I think there is some advantages there. There is some disadvantages there. So I want to talk about Africa because I'm an African. I want to talk about Ghanaians because I'm a Ghanaian. But let's base it as an Africans because we are dealing with Africa. Because when we have Africa, we have everything.
Man.
I don't know why you will come to my country uninvited, stole my natural resources. You took everything. Took me to captivity to build your country. Now, when I go back to your country, you are sucking me back. I just don't know why this man choose to do this. But you were saying something. This thing happening in America for Americans to suck Black people back to Africa is sounding a warning to Africans, telling Africans before a rain will fall, there must be a wind blowing. And this is the wind. So we should wait for the rain. We should be careful. We should be aware that something bigger
is coming,
which will be bigger than what is happening now. All of the sudden, where from Donald Trump, he came and he said all blacks should go back. All people should go back. I know he didn't say only Africans alone. He said other continent, but I don't have problem with them. I have problem with Africans because it was Africa which built America, stolen from Africa back to America. It was Africa.
Buffalo soldier, respect.
Buffalo soldier, stolen from Africa back to America. They stole from Africa back to America. You see, I keep telling people, these people don't have any good idea for Black people, especially Africans. They hate us from A to Z. Look at what they came and did to our ancestors. Just imagine what they came and do to our ancestors. And now you are telling us we should come back. And I know a Black man, a Ghanaian man will come and support what he's doing, because after I posted the poster, somebody said, yes, I am in support because he's sacking the illegal people. And I say, yes, there is a proverb in Ghana here. The proverb say, when you see someone beers are burning,
get some water,
fetch water and put it aside.
Yours is coming.
There is a proverb that If you see an animal on top of your brother, don't tell the animal, wake up from him. Tell him, wake up from us.
From us,
because when the animal wake up from the person,
coming to you.
He will be coming on you.
Yes.
Today, Donald Trump is sacking illegal people.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, he will sack the illegal black people.
Yes. Yes.
Let's put this in mind.
Yep.
You see, I don't have technicians who will be monitoring my video. I once said this. A Ghanaian man said something and I told him, if they don't take time, a time is coming, they will sack them from America and they will come back to Ghana and they can stay for Ghana within 3 months.
Yeah,
that was 2022 then.
Wow.
But I don't know where to get the video back.
Wow.
We are saying this. Africans should get ready and come back home because these people want to send Africans back because of one thing. Do you know why?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
These people came across one thing. They saw Africans are weakening. Black people are coming to their senses.
Okay.
We are weakening in masses. So they are doing everything to eliminate, to separate us from them. Because even before, when slavery began, the white people don't want to mingle with the black man. That was what before.
Yeah.
And if you go to the Arab countries, these things are happening there. You go to the Arab country.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
If you see how they are maltreating black people, you will cry.
Oh, wow.
Go to Arab country.
Wow.
The Arabians don't see black people as even human beings. They don't consider them as human beings because they are black, because they are different color. So, Mr. Man, if Trump is telling people to come back to Africa and Africans are supporting him because they say there are Africans who went there illegally. My question to them is, when they came to Africa, do they come to Africa legally or illegally?
No, they just force themselves on us, and we just invite them in. We when they come in right now, even now, we don't even ask them anything. When they want visa, they just go to the embassy and bam, they give it to them. They don't even ask you where you're gonna stay. It's like we it's a gimme. But then we are, just like you said, around the world, we are being seen as some second class of people or whatever. But most inventions, or a lot of inventions, were invented by black people, and they're hidden all that history. Europe in the olden days, they went to a dark age, and blacks, the Moors, went back there and took over and taught them technology. And all this, that's the problem. We don't tell our story. Some other people, other nationalities, tell our story, and they hide some things in there. So what are we as Africans? What are we as people, African people, doing for ourselves? This is an awakening moment. And
yes,
I see, and so better and from Afrika is so. What's that?
When the rain wants to fall, the wind must blow. Now this is the wind blowing.
I think that's what I'm trying to say. And there's something big, like you said, there's something big coming. 10, 20 years, it's going to be.
Yes,
yeah.
There's something big coming. Yeah. These people will tell us they don't need any black again. They don't need black in their country because after they looted everything from Africa, after they got the idea, the knowledge, and the wisdom, and the everything from Africa, they are telling us now enough is enough. They don't need this again. And the only way to start it, they will say they are sucking the illegal ones. So a time is coming, they will tell you whether you are legal or illegal. Okay. As soon as you have the black collar, they don't need you again. It's coming.
And that's my warning to black Americans here. They have to be very careful because something is coming, something bad is coming.
So my question to them is he sucking them with compensation? Is he giving them something back? They've worked for the country for so many years. Is he paying them back, or is just sucking them just like that?
Now, let me tell you something. The people that are affected, Some's paycheck they have stopped their paycheck. Right now, if you're working, you can't be paid. So you might as well, your employer has to sack you. They found out where they are working and all that stuff. go. I think that the other government, I don't know if it was a Republican or Democrat, they gave them driver's licenses. And the United States, you can work with driver's licenses, so they did, and they gave them social security numbers too, but you can't, I think it's different social security number. You need your driver's license and your social security number to get a job. And they gave them that. So right now he stopped their paychecks, so people are going to starve, and then they're going to be taken back where there's more starvation. So this is. I hope people just. This is bad.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
You see. So I think the
What's your please watch your Ghana. Oh my God. Watch your connection. Ghana. I don't know. What's your connection? Yeah. Right now you are back, but yeah, it was rough. Your connection was rough, but you are back.
Okay. I was saying Africans must wake up. This is a gong sounding to us to a place where if we don't take time, they will take us to a place which it will disturb and it will worry Africa.
Yeah.
So Africans must, you see, I don't know where to put this. All of a sudden, this man just came out and said he's sucking illegal people from his country. What does he mean? What is the main purpose of doing this? Because they discovered that now they are okay. After they took our gold, you see, I told the guy, a time is coming, we are not going to even use money to buy nothing. They will use gold. Because they took your gold. A time is coming, they will tell you, we don't need to use dollars, cedis,
you have to pay with
but
gold.
We need to use gold.
Yeah. And not to cut you, but I think that's what Gaddafi tried to do. He wanted to, when he sells his oil, he wanted gold back. And they found out that this guy was way advanced, That's why they ended this regime and all that. Go ahead.
So the only thing I want to tell Africans is this is the time we need to unite, because if such a thing began, if such thing can start from America, what are we doing for ourselves? I always like some speech you have been saying. If what are we doing for ourselves? That is the solution now.
Yeah.
What are we doing for ourselves? You see, we have some ideas in our brain. You see, somebody was trying to tell me I cannot speak good English, and I said, me speaking good English,
I don't need it.
You see, when the French cannot speak good English,
do you laugh at them? Exactly. Thank you.
When the Chinese cannot speak good English,
thank you.
You respect him.
Thank you.
When the Chinese, the Russia, and the Portuguese cannot speak English, you respect them.
Yeah, man.
But when the black man cannot speak English, you tell him he's dumb. It's illiterate.
Stupid.
You see?
It's very stupid.
That is total stupidity.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
A group of black people in America, they call them refugees. But a group of white people in Ghana, we call them tourists. They come for tourists. You see where we are now? You see how they are paddleless?
Yeah.
You see where they are looking next?
Yeah.
So I'm talking to Africans. We have to wake up. We have to stand up. We have to unite. Since they have started this, a time is coming. They will sack all black people and tell them we don't need you anymore. And that will be some problem for us. Because after you left Africa, you went and stayed there for 20, 35 years. All of a sudden, they will tell you, go back, either legal or illegal. After they came to Africa, looted and took everything that belongs to you. You see, what they are doing now is like somebody who stole your weapon and call you for fight. After you seize my weapon, you are calling me for war.
I think I'm a fight. I have nothing to defend myself with, Yahuda. Now, let me come in a little bit. This guy called this musician called he's from Kenya. He's a black American, but I think his parents are from Kenya, and
Akon,
yeah, man. This guy, he's been sounding the trumpet that Africans should come, especially those millionaires here, to come and build. And he's built a big empire in Kenya. And this guy is expanded. And none of these guys listen to him. When they come to Africa, these are millionaires, black millionaires. They come to Africa and they come for holidays. They just come and blow money at Accra, at the clubs and stuff. I've seen Usher and all these other guys. Very few are investing there. And that's it's something I don't understand. Why don't we believe in ourselves and where we come from? We don't believe in our ancestry. That's what I'm saying. We don't trust, or we don't have a sense of pride in our ancestry. Why is that so?
Because they knew they want to rule you, they want to enslave you forever. They want to take over you for life. Because they know anytime you come to your senses, anytime you know who you are, they are enlightened. It's like they burn us down.
Yeah.
We are like table to them. They put food on us. Anytime we wake up, we are going to shake the table and we'll pour the food. So they will do everything to keep us down so that they will be eating on top of us. That is why when they came to, after they enslaved Africans, they designed an education system which will keep you in slavery. Education system where after school, we cannot manufacture nothing from our education. Where after school, we cannot use the trees for furniture. After school, we cannot use the stones for furniture. We cannot use nothing. We don't have any technical ideas.
Yeah.
I think you get me.
I get you. Yeah,
because they are the people who design our education system. The education curriculum we have. This pentagon, octagon, this ancient color, this thing, we are still in Africa learning them. When you go to their country, they use their hand, their brain.
Yahuda.
So until we discover who we are.
Let me ask you one question, okay?
Okay.
Now, this is the year 2025, okay? So if they did that like Kwame Nkrumah time, 19, whatever, this is the year 2025. So when are we going to wake up? We know the problem. So what is the solution? Because when I hear they did this, they did that years ago. What are we doing now? We as a people, some of us are very educated. Okay, so what are we doing to fix that problem? We know the problem. What should we do?
Okay, it's like you saw something you like. You want to go for the thing. You are in a journey. The only thing we need to do is what we are doing. Talking to our people. And that is the journey now. So the only thing we have to do is to continue sounding the message to them.
Okay.
We are sounding the trumpet, the consciousness, the enlightenment. Keep telling our people.
Yeah.
Our message today will change somebody's mind tomorrow. Until we stop. If we stop, that means it's gone. But if we didn't stop, we keep sounding.
Yeah, we will.
So the only thing we can do is you have the station, I have the message, you have the message, we join together, we talk to our people. We talk to our people. And do you know something? A guy was telling me, when I posted back to Africa identity, he said, why should I speak English? Why should I write that in English? And I said, my friend, you thought they gave us English and we don't have advantage. Now we have the advantage because it is the English language which is telling us that we should unite. So a time is coming, we are going to have our local language, which these people are not going to understand. So for the meantime, I understood you, but the only language we can use to unite ourselves now is the English. So we should put it aside and say, okay, we understood me.
And let me come in 1 second. Remember,
Africa,
Africans, we did understand ourselves. Although we have multi-languages, multi-culture, we did understand ourselves. So whatever they stated in the Bible was something that they they took from Africa. And this about Babylon. Remember when they said they built a tower of Babylon and God did blah, blah, and they couldn't understand themselves. They did that to us. What they did was they drew demarcations. They turned us, Africa, into countries. We were one country, one continent. They turned us into one country, and now we can cross from one border to the other. We used to trade. We used to connect with each other. You know, somebody in Ghana, in Accra, can speak Ashanti, can speak Ghana, can speak Akwapim, can speak Fanti. All right? Dagomba. I know somebody that can speak 7 languages. Same in Nigeria. They have like $700. But in the olden days, we were interacting, you know, so we were able to learn each other's language and learn each other's culture. We weren't as confused as today. They came and put barriers there, demarcations, and then now, because we don't interact anymore, we can't understand each other, and they're blaming us. So Africans, wake up, you know, learn your history, go back and pull your records and learn your history. It wasn't like this, okay? We used to understand each other. All right, go ahead, brother.
So I'm telling all Africans, the awakening souls, the awakening Africans, we have to start it from the house. Teach your children your culture. Yeah. Teach them your language. Yeah, teach them. We have to start from the homes because that is the beginning. That is the foundation. Yeah. When your child go to school and learn English, when she or he come back, don't let he or she speak English in the house. Yeah, teach her your local language. Yeah, man. Teach her how to cook your local food. Good. Teach her how to do your local farming. Teach her or him how to do local. Teach her or him your culture. That is what we have to do as parents. Yeah, because when we send them to the schools, the education system we have there will automatically pollute them. Yeah. But this is where African parents will send their children to school. They will go and learn English in the school. They come back home and still speak English in the house.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Yeah, it's a shame.
So, Mr. Man, Black Americans should be very careful. They should stay well. They should stay awake. A time is coming. These people will tell them with a black collar, they don't need you in their continent. We should stay very, very, very awake because what these people are just started, they don't need us again. They want to tell us enough is enough. Exactly. They want to tell us they are okay now because they have. Let me put it this way: they have killed our mother, and they want us just to be roaming around, motherless. How can you just wake up and tell people they should go back home just like that? And somebody will support because and he will say they are illegal. They are illegal. When they came to Africa, was it legal? When they came and took our natural resources, was it legal? Did they pay any ticket before they came to Africa? Even the Africa, the America they are there is not for them. America is for we call them those who it's not for them. The America they are sitting there is for the Red Indians. The Red Indians.
Yahuda, you know, based on what you're saying, like somebody said they are illegal immigrants. I do understand. We have laws, okay? We have rules and laws, okay? And everybody must abide by the rules, okay? So I do understand. You know, some people came in here, you know, illegally. But my point is, we have border patrol, okay? At the airports, we have immigration, we have security. If somebody is able to flow through, okay, and then come in, I think they should be considered, especially an African. You know, this is where people need to pay attention because the African continent, the people on the African continent are special people. Okay, these people are very special indigenous people, all right? And the whole world is dependent on the continent. Okay, so you can't just come and, you know, take stuff freely or very cheap and then tell us we can't even come to your where you a place like I think Mali, northern Mali, they provide Europe with this material that they use for electricity. I don't know if it's uranium or whatever for nuclear plants.
Lithium
is for battery. They use for battery. Battery.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But there's this thing that they use for their to power their nuclear plants and stuff, and it's coming from Mali. Go to Mali. There's no lights. Really, and they were going to build some sort of a line to transport that thing from Mali to Europe, and all the villages and all the lands that they were passing, they were building these things, these structures through. They didn't have electricity.
They don't have light,
but they are going to. They don't have light. You see now they're telling us we can't even come to their homes. We can't come to.
Even America or Europe must be free visa for black people.
That's what I'm saying. Africans are special.
Free visa
everywhere.
Every special visa.
Yes.
Because everything developed Europe was stolen from Africa.
Exactly.
So the Europe, they must give us free visa because it was our gold, it was our lithium, it was our timber, it was our cocoa, it was our rubber, it was our diamond they used to build America. So America should be free visa for black people to go there.
Yes, I'm very, I'm very disturbed today. Yeah, go ahead.
We'll be disturbed, but I think this will even sound a good this thing for Africans, telling us we should unite. We should unite because as soon as we begin seeing this, they are telling us something. I keep repeating myself.
Yes.
So I think we have to even leave them and talk to ourselves.
Yeah.
Telling ourselves, what are we doing for ourselves?
For ourselves, yeah.
What are we doing as black people, as Africans? What are we doing for ourselves? Why always we'll be going around and unless before we are unless like this is
you see, this guy Ibrahim Traore said the same words. He said the same words that he doesn't understand why the youth have to leave Africa, go somewhere to find green pastures. Okay, now the thing is, we Africa as a continent, we are not doing anything to attract people. We're not doing enough. And to attract, even right now, I want black Americans to come back. Okay, but when I went out there with some sort of technology. My background is design. Okay,
you're listening to Conscious Vibes.
I'm a mechanical design engineer, and I went down there when I was in the medical industry. I went down there with some technology, and they were like, "This is Ghana. We don't do that here." Really? It's an eye opener. I'm telling you that incision you are putting on people's body is unnecessary. Right now we use cannulae. We need to use stylus. We use camera. I can show you everything. You don't have to open somebody to do a procedure, surgery or something. You don't need to do that. I'm not a doctor, but I know how to do all that stuff because I've designed them before and I've used them on pigs before. So I know that the procedures they're going through in the hospitals in Ghana, where I come from, I'm not going to talk, for every African country, but I come from Africa, so that's from Ghana, So I went there and I saw that they were using some primitive, procedure. They refused to accept what I brought. I thought they were going to invite me to the hospital to come demonstrate that. They didn't. So what are we as a people doing to attract others, to come and settle there? Because right now people they come to Accra and they're making things expensive because they come with dollars, come and spend it and leave. They don't live there. So they come and just blow the money and leave. And now people selling their stuff, people renting places and stuff is jacking up, because foreigners are going to come in. They don't live here. They go to America, they go to, France, they go to London, make their money. They come, they change it. And it's like thousands of cities, and they can spend it. But the citizens that live there, they don't earn that kind of money, So people need to come and live there as as citizens, as Ghanaians, and then start feeling, the culture, how we live there, and the cost of living and all that. And if they make their money from the system, they will know how to use their money. Now, making your money in America and then changing it to Ghana cities, and it triples or quadruples, and then you are rich and I think it's good. No. But we have to do something, just like Americans did, Europeans did, and now we run into them. We have to do something so they will run to us. You see what I'm saying? But right now there's no, it's like, what's your reason? What's the reason for them to come and live? You see?
Mr. Reddy,
yeah, man.
I could remember when we were in school.
Yeah.
There was class 2, P2 or P5. There was a book, Look to Yourself First. Look to yourself. There is a reading book. In all things, look to yourself first. Do not go to friend, cap in hand. For grass is greener at your pitch. Yeah. Grass is not greener at their. Yep. In those days, even the books we read is telling us that we should look to ourselves.
Yes.
We should look to ourselves. If it makes sense, grass is greener at our speech. We shouldn't go to friend, cap in hand.
Yeah.
Africa have everything, but we still go to borrow. Why? Why can't we do it ourselves for them to come here? So if we don't take time, a time is coming we will be in the black land, in the Africa land, and these people will still enslave us in our own country.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. Even people with legal documents in America, look at how they use them.
Yeah.
A black man with a legal document in America, look at how they use people there. You see, they don't want to see the black collar because they envy the black collar. They envy your collar, but they don't envy your natural resources. Because without your natural resources, they can only fly. They envy your but they don't envy your gold.
Yeah.
Your slave master envy your coding bongo telling black people 90% is our problem now. We can solve the problem by ourselves. This is the time the black Americans come to Africa, start investing, come and open companies for black people to get some.
That's my point.
Come to Africa.
Yes.
The money you earn there, bring it back. Come and do farming. Come and do agriculture. Come and open companies here. Come and bring education. Every idea you learn from there, bring it to Africa.
Akon did it. You know, Akon did it.
Yes.
Right? Akon did it.
Yes, and you can do it. Black people can do it. Africans can do it. The money you earn there for 35, 20 years. Come to Africa. Come to Ghana. Open a company.
You see, my scare is, it looks to me that the system that enriches the black people here, I think they have restrictions. If you try to look at Oprah. Oprah came to Africa, and then she went and opened a school in South Africa. Okay. It wasn't a technical school. Even if it was a technical school, she didn't open a factory. So when they get out of school, they get employment in that sector. All right. She didn't do that. She didn't do that. She just opened a school, and I don't know. I don't even know where those girls are. She opened a girls' school, and they were all educated. And what are you? I mean, after that, how you? So what I'm seeing is the system that's making these black people rich here in America, they have restrictions. And if you start doing something better in Africa, they're gonna put you down. That's what I see.
Yeah, it's like you be in America now.
Yeah.
You want to come to Ghana and open business.
Yes.
The white will give you money and tell you when you are going, this is the type of business you have to use the money for. That means they borrow you money to do what will benefit them.
Benefit them, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They give you the money and tell you, when you go to Africa with the money, this is what you have to do to benefit them. So I'm talking to Africans. This is the time you have to return back, start business. Don't take their money and start business. There are black people in America, in Europe, who have ideas, they learn. When they come to Africa and they say they will invest their ideas in Africa, we will get their importance. We will get advantage from them.
Yes.
So it's time we have to build our continent.
Yeah,
we shouldn't depend upon them again.
You know, the problem is even some black, not to cut you, some black Americans actually are denying the African identity, the African origin. They're denying it. I've been on a lot of TikTok talks, and a lot of black Americans are now saying that they don't even come from Africa. Their great mother or father came from Africa, so they're not from African descent. Some are saying that. See, now it's tough to bring people like that back to Africa. It's true. They don't even wanna, they don't even want to associate themselves with Africa.
It's part of brainwashing.
Yes, it is.
The first law on the table is don't talk when the food is in your mouth. Those people, the food is in their mouth. They don't want to open their mouth, because when they open their mouth, the food will fall from their mouth. Those who are saying that, I call them the home slaves.
Yes.
They are the slaves who are in the house because they eat the surplus.
Yes.
So whatever it is, they will tell you they are not even from Africa. Yeah. Even with their black collar, with the African name, they will still tell you they are not from Africa because of what they earn, because of their stomach, because of their personal interest. But we are talking to Africans who are ready to redeem themselves and redeem Africa back. You have been in Europe. You see, even Ghana here. Let me say 100 black people, 100 Ghanaians. When you get the money and you say you want to build factory, you build a factory.
Yes.
I know a guy in China. This guy is a black man. I forgot the name. This guy has a good idea, technical idea. but he's still in China. Instead of coming to Africa to give the idea to people, he will be in China, in China.
You see, it's not his problem. Look, we have Kantanka in Ghana, right?
Who you are?
He hasn't gone anywhere. Nobody's giving shit to him. This guy is brilliant, smart, all right? And people have offered, other countries offered him to leave Ghana and come live there. He refused. And he's living in Ghana. But none of these ex-presidents or whatever have actually called this guy and say, hey, let us invest in you. This guy is building some combined harvesters. It's like agricultural machinery. And nobody gives a crap. All the government officials, they want to buy new SUVs and get some good girls. That's all. You see what I'm saying? So 90% is Africans. We are fucked up.
Mr. Reddy, that is why before I began the topic for today, I say what Donald Trump is doing, we have the advantage and disadvantage. The advantage here is better he's doing this, because when he sucks them back, they will learn. When he sucks them back, when they come back and suffer, they will learn. If we suffer, we will learn and come back home with our sick mind. Until when are we going to wake up as Africans? Until when are we going to depend upon our slave masters? Until when are we going to tell ourselves enough is enough? We can do it by ourselves. So it's good to sack them. Let him sack them back. When he sack them back and come and suffer, they will go for assault. They will go for assault.
I think you're not getting my point. My point is, even if they come home, those people at home are not ready to push them, to help them. Okay? If you come there rich, all they want is to suck the money out of you. All right? Because we have people there already that are not getting the help from the government or from whoever. Okay, so we haven't proved ourselves to the outside world that if you come in as a millionaire, as a black, I would say black or African descent, as a millionaire, if you come in, we'll help you build, your empire here. We haven't shown that, so people are scared to come in. You see my point?
Okay, so if I may understand you, even those who are living here, we cannot help them.
We can't. Exactly.
I get your point.
Look at Kantanka. This guy is, come on. He's a genius.
Years.
He's a genius.
So I was telling a guy, the very day Kantanka will die, any TV station that will go there for an advertisement will be struck by Lightning will strike that TV station. Who cannot support Kantanka now? Any TV station who cannot advertise for Kantanka now? Anytime Kantanka will die, when you go to the funeral, tender will strike you. Your TV station will burn because African black, we are too wicked.
Yeah,
we are too wicked. They brainwash us to be too wicked. Africans, why can't we live ourselves? Why can't we live on ourselves? Why can't we depend upon ourselves? Until what they did to Africans. Still, black man want to speak English even more than the European man. Why?
You see, this is why I love
the Portuguese.
This is why I love my Nigerian brothers and sisters. They've devised their own type of broken English that they use.
Obi dance.
Yeah, Obi, yeah.
Nigerians.
I like that.
Okay, Chiku, they will tell you, be me. Now you can't do it. It is only the Nigeria who will speak English, which the Portuguese and the Britain will not understand the English he brought. Yes. They will tell you that.
Right now they are teaching Nigerian English in abroad, in Germany. I know they're doing that. I was there last year.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
I was there in Germany last year. They're doing that. They're teaching the pidgin there because Nigerians and the other country where Roger Miller was from, the football star. Oh my God. There's another country south of Nigeria. I can't remember the name, but they speak that. That country is half English and half English and no, I think it's half French or half English. That English part speaks Nigerian pidgin. So they're teaching that in Europe. So the Europeans are actually trying to understand the Nigerians, because eventually maybe we all Africans will be speaking that pidgin, because if that's what works, we have to use it to understand each other. All right. because they came thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, and drew demarcations, and pushed their support. So right now we can interact with each other. We didn't have walls. We didn't have barriers. We didn't have borders. We were one people. But right now, even if you go to the Caribbeans, these islands, you can't go from one country to the other. But when you go to Europe, you drive from Italy to whatever, you just go to the Russian border. It's Europe. They are enjoying it. So come on, people, what's going on?
So, Mr. Reggae,
yeah, man.
Mr. Reggae,
yeah, man.
The final issue is whether they like it or not, Africa will unite, but we will suffer. Let me say it. Let me tell you true fact. We will suffer before. Africa will unite. Africa must unite because it is the time, and they know Africa will unite. And when they saw Africa will unite, so they are helping Africa to unite. That is why they started sucking us back. So when they bring us back, we are coming to unite in our own continent. So I think in that part, Mr. Trump, I support you for doing that. But I am only crying for the legal people, the black Americans. The time is coming. They will tell you they don't need you in their continent anymore. Put it in mind.
I have a dream. I have a dream. It's coming. I have a dream. It's coming. Yes.
Yes. Look at what they did to Africa. Look at how they dismantled Africa. Look at how they looted Africa. And they knew what they did to Africa was no good. I was watching a video when they were apologized. They say, we apologize to Africans. I say, no, we don't need apology. We need our gold. We need our timber. We need our bauxite. We need everything you took.
Artifacts, all the
we need them back.
The crafts that they took, Now, one thing that concerns me, I think I kind of touched on that before you came. Now they want to mess up the health system in Africa. Because right now, when there's an outbreak, especially in Africa, Africans, we can't even help ourselves. I don't understand, So these people have to come in. And America is actually, I would say probably 90%, of the budget. They help. Now they're pulling out. So in case of any outbreaks, what are we going to do? France has been taking the gold, but they don't do shit. All right?
You see, anytime you see the Americans, the Europeans will be helping the Africans, the black people. It is like somebody set fire in your house and the person bringing you fire to quench it. The same problem they created, they will come back and solve the problem for you. Not knowing they are the same people who created that problem. There are some sickness. When we were living without their food, we were not having those sickness.
Oh, I see your point.
Why do we have plenty sickness now? Because of junky food from their country. Can't food. When we were living our life, eating our kose, our akara, our tuosafi, our banku, there were no sickness like that.
Yeah.
But now they will transfer food from US, canned food. Do you know when you go to Europe, the local food are expensive more than the canned food?
Yes, that's true.
The local food, they are expensive more than the
even
food
here in America. Here in America, if you go to a farm to buy, fresh tomatoes, and they are very expensive.
Yes. The food without the cans, the local food are very expensive. The organic food are expensive. But when you come to Ghana, Africa here, the foreign food are expensive more than the local food. Why? Because they brought local food, sickness, we eat them, different types of sickness, they bring sickness, and after that, they will bring you, how do you call it? They will tell you, we have the solution for the sickness. Well, 1983, 82, there was no polio. By then, there was no polio.
Yeah.
But it came to a time, they will take you to hospital, and they say they are winning you. They will give you panic, they will give you injection. In the ancient days, when they give birth to us, they get a pot. They do concussion. Every morning they wake you up, pour the concussion on you. You'll be stronger. You drink some. Every morning they heat it. You drink it. We don't see sickness.
And
as soon as they go to their hospital,
they give
their
you
medication.
They give you bentua on your ass. What's it called? Syringe, or I think we call it syringe. Or sour, no. As bentua, right? Yeah, they do that. And we don't.
Then they pull your bottle. Then they push it in. I can do with ginger. You see,
it clears your colon.
Nowadays we don't break diabetes, all those things.
Yeah, man.
They bring cancer food. So there are sickness. There are sickness now. In the ancient days, we don't see those sickness.
We didn't see that,
because the food we eat was organic.
Organic. I remember my daddy's home in the back was plantains.
Backyard.
Yeah, backyard.
Backyard garden.
Yeah, and these they just grew. We didn't plant them, So that was how fertile the land was. So when I'll go back there and then pluck, maybe if I can eat 2, I'll pluck 2 of the plantains and come and cook, and you see some fresh juice coming out of and come and cook fresh from the tree.
Fresh,
mushroom.
Cocoyam, mushroom and cocoyam. We don't plant them, but now come to Africa, come to Ghana. You will never see them again because they have poisoned the land. They have killed all the nutrients in the land. And now we are suffering. So we are telling Africans, since we've discovered all these problems, we can solve it. Let's look for solution and solve them back. It's time we have to invest in Africa. It's time we have to invest our money, our knowledge, our techniques, our experiences we got from Europe. You see, sometimes when you travel, don't travel and go and look for money and come back. Some people travel and go for knowledge and come back.
Yes.
You go for knowledge, you bring the knowledge back.
The problem is, you see, I'm going to say this again. The problem is, I'm a testimony, all right? I'm a mechanical design engineer. I've designed some cool stuff, and I've been part of some cool designs. Trust me, all right? When you come home, you are not welcome with that technology. The problem is they are so comfortable in their shit, all right? When you come and tell them, hey, this is not how we do it. Hey, Ghana, we don't do that. That's arbitrary stuff. We do it. I'm a testimony. It's tough to come and convince the people that this is the way forward. You are like 10 years behind, 20 years behind. This is the technology. I came down there, I went to the hospitals, and I saw the technology that they're using, that we thrown them away long time ago. They were creating incisions for hysterectomy. They're creating incisions. Whoa! You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Do you know the solution now?
Go ahead.
I have been in US. You have been in US. You came back with the idea and some experience from US to Ghana. I came back with some idea and some experience to Ghana. So if I want to do something in Ghana, who should I go for?
Well, I think somebody that's lived in the 2 lives before. Somebody that's
Thank you. I have to come for you.
Yeah.
But there are people when they go to US, they come back. When they want to start business, they just leave the business to anybody.
Oh.
Because the place you go to, you start in US before.
Yes.
You go to Europe before. You know how they live their life. So when you come Ghana here, you have to gather yourself. People who stay in US, gather yourself because you have the same idea. Then you go with the same idea. But when you come to Ghana here, you pick somebody who doesn't have the lifestyle of US. They will kill the business and kill your dream. So if today I go to my hometown in the Volta North Karachi, if I go there, I am going to look for people who came and stay Accra and left to my hometown because they know the system in Accra. Yeah. We join mind together, then we push. But if you go there and pick anybody just like that, they will push you down because they don't have the idea you have.
That's tough. That's tough. And it's tough to find people like that. It's very tough to find people like that. You come in and they want to pull you down.
I'm talking now, today, I'm in Africa. But I have the idea, I can when I get to US, I can drive. Because I have a man who has, somebody teach me, if you come to US, this is how you drive, this is how you go about it. You see, so I'm talking to Africans. There are plenty black people who sat in Europe before. They are now back in Africa. You people should gather yourself, get a company, United States company. People who stayed in America before, you have the idea of America. You know how to run a company. Then you put yourself together. But when you leave that company for people like you and somebody, we are going to close it down because we don't have the idea there. Me, I'm going to order. US, order. I think you are getting my point.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I remember.
So this is the time we have to start doing those things. And I beg all Africans, let's start doing farming. If we don't take time, Africa is going to die by hunger. I'm telling you, next 20, 50 years coming, if we don't take time, Africans, we are going to die by hunger because our land has been poisoned.
Yes.
Now the African man cannot eat local rice unless Vietnam rice, unless Chinese rice.
Wow.
Yes.
Do the leaders see this? I mean, we have leaders. What is in their brain? Coconut, or do they have brains?
Yeah, their body is in Africa, but their brain is in Europe. That is why when they sick, they go to Europe for medication. That is why when there is war, they go to Europe for support or for survival. So their body is in Africa, but their brain is in Europe.
In Europe.
That is why they don't keep their money in Africa. Do you know number of leaders, political leaders, who have bank accounts in Europe?
Wow.
Their money is in Europe.
Yeah, I believe you.
They keep their money there.
I believe you.
They don't keep their money in Africa because they know in Africa is safe. When they are sick, they don't go to the hospital in Africa because they know that hospital is no good. So they will tell you they give you free senior high. But their children don't go to that free senior high. Their children going to Europe. They are telling you they give you baller. They will tell you they give you national health insurance. But when their children, their mother, their wives, their sisters, their families are sick, they don't take them to hospital here. They are telling you we don't have special doctors here. We have such special doctors in Europe. So their body is in Africa, but their brain is in Europe.
Wow, Yahuda. So now I think I agree with what you said from the beginning, that Trump is doing this for a reason. I think maybe he's seen something. He's seen the future like you and I have seen. And he's doing this to, I think, to tell Africans something. Yeah.
Africa must come back. And the only way for Africa to come back is Trump to help us to sack the illegal one. They should come and we all suffer here. When we start suffering, when we begin suffering, they will understand what we have been saying. So almost 6,200 Ghanaians, right?
Yeah, 6,200.
6,200 Ghanaians.
Yeah,
yes, let him bring them faster. Let him bring them faster. Yes, they should come and join us and suffer.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you. I don't want these people because I'm very sad that that's going on. I think they should be left alone. Because our people in Ghana, we have enough people in Africa. We have enough resources. We don't need any other people coming to help us do it. It's just we are fucked up, the leaderships out there. And Cheddar and Kofi Koranten tried to send a message, and these people didn't listen. They
didn't listen.
They didn't listen at all. I mean, these people. I went to Kofi Koranten's his platform on Telegram, and the people there are not the number that voted for him. You see, a lot of people. And Cheddar, Cheddar did something, but I think he could have done better. People just didn't trust him. I mean, all these people, vast loads of people, following him and his rallies, people dancing and shaking their booty. The numbers, that came on the ballots is way less than the people that were praising him out there. So that's hypocrisy. So I don't think. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Mr. Reggae, I keep saying something and I want you to go there deep for me.
Okay.
When our colonizers came to Africa, the system they gave to Africa, they gave a long-term system, a system that will destroy Africans
for the longest time.
For a period of time.
Yeah.
So,
I got you.
No matter what we struggle, if the time is not yet, I think we will suffer small. But this shouldn't tell us we should stop.
We have to do something.
It will surely happen. Yeah. It will surely happen because until they take away their education system, until they take away their Christianity, their religion, for we to go back to our culture, Africa will continue to suffer because it is their education system that will grave us, that will design us to be who we are. Because the class 1 I sat, the curriculum the message I got in class 1, that message, that book, the book is still there. My children, my grandchildren are still learning the same thing.
Wow.
So this is the chair. I sat in class 1. When I stood up, my son came and stood on the same chair.
So that's
until we change the chair.
That's 2 generations. That's 2 generations there.
Thank you.
Yep.
So until we change the chair. So this is the time we have to tell them they should come for their chair. We will go for our own chair. That will change the narrative and the education curriculum. Until we tell them they should come for their Christianity and their religion. We don't need it because it is the Christianity and their religion. Tell us our culture is bad. We don't need our culture. Don't go there at all.
We don't need them to change it. I always argue, at that point because India was also, they were also colonized, and then one other country, what's the other name? I keep forgetting. There's another country that was.
Is that Malaysia?
Malaysia, they got independence the same year.
South Korea.
Exactly. So don't tell me we need anybody. We don't need them. We have to take the initiative, but we're not.
Mr. Reggie.
Yeah.
I'm not telling Africans now we need them because the person who gave you the problem, I am not sure he will come and solve the problem for you.
No,
because if he loves you, he will never give you the problem. If we solve the problem, we can solve the problem. The European will not solve the black man problem.
No.
The European will not solve the African man problem unless we solve our own problem. How do we solve our problem? To solve our problem is to go back to our culture, because as soon as we discover who we are exactly, we are going to solve our problem. Because before they gave us the problem, they have to dismantle your culture. They have to destroy your culture, divert you who you are, give you different roads. So until we come to the right road, we are not going to go forward. So now we are calling ourselves that the religion, the education, the democracy, the economic they brought to Africa is not good. That is why we cannot go forward. Let's put it aside.
Some people, some people they have embraced this. One is religion. It's telling you to be lazy. It's teaching you to be lazy. Remember, if you are not a Christian or a Muslim, can't you breathe? Can you breathe? The air is free. Do you have to be a Christian to breathe? No. Do you have to be a Muslim to breathe? No. Now, eating food. Do you have to be a Christian to eat? So okay. So everything is in abundance. At our disposal. All right. So Okay. So without Christianity, without religion, and all, you still live your life. Life is a gift. It's been given to you. It's up to you how you live it. All right. So if you want to be a Christian, because if you become a Christian, then you have to pray on your food before you eat. And if you don't pray on your food before you eat, maybe there's some germs in there and the germs will kill you. You stupid, I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? So with that religion, you still live and you still die. Okay?
Do you know, I just posted a video. When was that? Today. I went to shopping mall with one of the guys which I used to do video. So I intentionally did the video and I said, yes, for those who think I cannot go to UK, finally, I went to UK for talk. And then, do you know what the guy was telling me? It was by the power of Jesus. And I said, no, it was by the power of aeroplane.
Yes.
Because it was the aeroplane who took me there. It wasn't the power of...
Yes.
Do you see? And he was telling me it was Jesus who gave them...
Jesus Christ.
How can you tell me Jesus gave them power to do the aeroplane? You see, they have brainwashed the black man to the extent that when the black man gets food, common yam, they have to pray on the yam before they eat. What is the problem with the black man? How do you have to pray upon food before you eat?
Oh my God.
If it is not mental slavery. No, if you say you want to pray over food before you eat, after you prepare the food, I'll put DDT inside. I'll put poison inside.
Pray and let the DDT get out. Yes.
Let's see if you won't die.
Yeah. You see, especially when I greet somebody in the morning and they say, oh, by the grace of God.
Yeah.
Which God? Okay. So your wife got up in the morning, made you some hot breakfast, some hot tea, chibum, kusia and bread and everything, and then you ate and then went and then you said thank you, Jesus. Really?
You crazy?
Thank you, who? Yo, you see, this is a problem that we have. You know, we've lost our mind and forgotten who we are. The God that you're calling is in the food that you ate. The animal, the chicken that gave you, that's the God. So when you see all these formalities, you know, living life, eating, sleeping, getting sick, you know, all this life available to us, that's when you need to realize that there's a living God. And that God is not in the church and it's not upstairs somewhere. Okay?
No.
You are here. You don't even know where you came from. When we were in your mother's womb, did you know who you were? You know who sent you here?
You don't even know you are coming here.
You don't even know you are coming here. And when we leave here, we don't know where we're going. So whoever wrote what book, Muslim, whatever, Bible, tell them to go to hell. You know? So it's all lies. Nobody's been there and come back. Took a camera there and then interview Jesus Christ or interview Angel Michael. Or why are the angels all blacks? Whites with European names.
I keep telling them. So angels with white. The only black angel is Satan. You and I.
Oh Lord. Oh God.
So Mr. Afrikans. You see, anytime I posted a video, now I can see the comment under the video is positive. But we have only some people with brain dead people. Yeah. Automatically they have to fight.
Few people.
And you know,
few people because when you started coming, you were getting like 110% push. But now the 110% you got 100% support and 10% pushback.
Yes,
which is good.
Yes,
yeah.
That means this platform is helping. I'm telling you, true fact. Conscious Life Radio, you are doing a very good job. We are sending the message because when I began, come and see insult. They insult you. You don't believe in God. Who is God? And this, you can't stop Christianity. You can't stop. I'm not telling somebody to stop Christianity.
I think a little bit.
Christianity doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The God which you follow doesn't make sense. The God who has capacity and power to kill sinners, but don't have capacity to kill Satan, the originator of sin. You see, when God was killing the people in the time of Noah, when rain was falling, I don't know where Satan was hiding by then. According to Christians, it was Satan who brought sin in the world. It was Satan who deceived Adam and Hawa to eat the forbidden fruit. We call something edit and abetting. The person who stole and the person who buy the stolen goods. So if God is powerful, why did God have to kill the sinners and leave the originator of sin? Satan. By that time, Satan was enjoying in heaven. Because when you read Job chapter 1 verse 9, Job chapter 1 verse 2, Satan used to go to heaven. So when the rain was falling, killing the people in the time of Noah,
that's true,
Satan was enjoying manna in heaven with God.
You know, I think I sent you a video of a 6-year-old girl that the parent took her to the cemetery, and they were looking at headstones, and graves, and then the little girl was like, "Mommy, where is Jesus' grave?" And the mom was like, "Jesus died, and he rose, and he went back to heaven." And the girl stood there for some seconds, and then she said, "It doesn't make sense." 6-year-old girl. She wanted to know where Jesus was buried. You guys said he was. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know why people tackle me more?
Yeah.
When they brought religion, they know they were bringing rubbish. So they stop us from asking questions. So the only thing I defeat them with asking questions. Because when I ask you the question, then you cannot give me answer by telling stories. That means your belief system is rubbish. You give them critical question. That little baby 6-year-old
girl, she asked a question.
The mother,
yes.
Where is the grave of Jesus? And the mother cannot explain by telling story. But there are grown-up 60 years people believing somebody came and died and saved them.
But at least if Jesus rose up and went to heaven, he didn't take the grave with him, right? It should be there. He came out of the grave and then went to heaven. I mean, took airplane, took helicopter, whatever. He went to heaven. So where is the grave? Is it in Israel? Do they have it there? Yahuda,
they created some places that some cave. They intentionally created some cave. So when you go there, they will tell you this is where they buried Jesus. It was a lie.
I can do that.
That was Roman people who went and do that. They did that for just to tourism to make money.
God.
You see, they make money from it. It's like going to Mecca to throw stone against Satan. It's like going to Mecca to kiss a black stone. It's like going to Jerusalem to stand with a wailing wall and pray. I don't know where is the brain of the black man.
People.
Mr. Reggie,
go ahead,
Mr. Reggie, Ambassador.
Go ahead.
Do you know you are doing a very good job, and the next generation will remember you because you gave a platform. You don't even take me kobo.
No.
Even if I don't even have bundle, you are the same person who sent me bundle. You are doing a great job. I'm telling you true fact.
Thank you.
And I'm pleading with you. Don't let anybody stop you because you know something. There are stations when I go there, when the pastors cannot defeat me, they call the station master. They want the station master put fear in him and tell you, if you don't stop me from there, Jesus will send fire to that TV station. And that TV station will burn, then they will sack me from there. Because the only thing they can do is to put fear into the station master to sack me away.
Tell them that Conscious Vibes Ghana is coming. So they better run away. And you're going to be there 24/7. So maybe they should start running away because Conscious Vibes Ghana is coming. Conscious Gong, Conscious Fire Ghana is coming very soon, maybe February. So tell them this is not the end. We're actually, we're expanding and going to African identity.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
We'll get to a point where we'll start opening these kind of stations, radio stations in these different countries in Africa to sound the same. One guy said he will support financially. Yeah, one guy from South Africa. I think South Africa was Zaire. Yeah, he said if I'm ready, I should let him know they are going to support financially. So this is not this is not the end. We will be all over Africa very soon. This is
just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning. The sky is not the limit. The sky is not the end. This is just the beginning. We are going to sound the conscious message to Africans to tell Africans it's time Africans to reunite, to wake up on our toes and get back to Africa, our modern land, and told them once upon a time, Africa was not whack. Africa, we were sleeping with unclosed doors. Africa, we were walking without guns.
Yes.
Africa, we were walking without weapons.
Yes, I saw
until
that.
these evils, these evils entered to Africa. They came and did only one thing: confuse us. They only came and confused black Africans. That is what they do. They came and set confusion between Kofi and Kwame.
That's what they have in their Bible, calling it Tower of Babel.
Tower of Babylon.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Confusing.
They came, they confused us and drew demarcation, so we can connect with each other. So we became enemies. Let me give a little shout out to some people here. Sky P from Ghana. He says, I don't remember the last time I woke up and prayed. Whom I have prayed to. I was, a Christian will pray but won't make it on the next day. Yes, true. Jonathan, you too, Juba. Let me know where. Jonathan, are you from Nigeria or are you from somewhere in Africa? Let me know where you're watching from. Jonathan says, and the bones should be there too. They said if Jesus rose from the dead, then the bones should be there too. No, Jesus rose with the body. He rose with the body. So the bones were there with him. He got up with the bones and the rotten body. So I believe the grave, at least the grave, should be there, But Jonathan, I think Jesus took his bones with him. Anyway, Yahuda, go ahead.
You're listening to
if that is the case, then that means Jesus didn't die. If Jesus rose with the bone, that means Jesus didn't die. Because according to Jesus himself, when they said Jesus rise and went to the disciples, they wanted to run. And Jesus was telling them, I am not a dead person. Because dead person, ghost. He said, Jesus, I am a ghost. Because ghosts don't have body and flesh. That means Jesus himself didn't die. It was that tricks.
Interesting.
They were tricking us. They just lie to us.
So
telling you Jesus came and died.
A ghost shouldn't have body, or they don't have, because you and I don't know. I haven't seen a ghost before. So maybe
Jesus was telling the disciples he's not a ghost, because ghost doesn't have a body. That was what Jesus was telling them. So that means Jesus didn't die by himself. He was lying to them. They were lying. He just went to coma. Jesus went to coma and they brought him back. And I don't know when Jesus went to coma. Just the coma. He wake up from the cave and he said, so I went to coma and God brought me here. They lie to black people. They lie to Africans by telling us we don't need ourselves. The only thing when they reach Africa, when they get to Africa, they saw Africans, they saw power, they saw everything mentally, physically. And we were very strong. And they say, no, the only thing we can do to get these people is to disconnect them from their brain, to disconnect them, divide and conquer, tell them, no, we should hate each other. So Kweku don't like Kofi, Ama don't like Ama, Ama don't like Ekuya, Ezieku don't like Nkechi, Nkechi don't like Ezieku, Ezieku don't like Chinedu. That is what they do to Africans.
And it's not just even the internal culture of the countries, but one country hates the other. You know, there was a certain point where Ivorians didn't like Ghanaians at all. We had a football match. And I think we with them, and they cut people with cutlass. I mean, come on. In Ivory Coast, they cut Ghanaians, they chopped them, you know. And it was just a football match. And when we won over them, you know, and they didn't like it and started butchering people. There was one lady that
and as I'm talking now, you go to Ivory Coast, there are Ashanti people there. Ashantis
they are Ashanti goes there all the time. They are Ashantis. There's a lady, one Ashanti woman that just like the Nanny that was, in the slavery that formed the Ashanti tribe in Queen Nanny. Yeah, there's another queen that took the Ivorians there to Ivory Coast from Ghana, and she was Ashanti. I have that history. I've forgotten her name, but she was a great queen. You know, the Ashanti king goes there, all the time. And so they came and they drew demarcations and they drew borders and told us, hey, you are not part of these people, okay? These guys, and then there were French here and the English here and the Portuguese somewhere, and oh Lord.
Mr. Reggae, me, I can't keep quiet. The only message I'll keep sending to Africans is time we unite. It's time we come back. It's time we tell ourselves we are the people. We are the indigenous people. We are the people. We can do everything. But it was something which came and fall into us. And now let's eliminate and take away that thing. That thing is religion.
Yes.
That thing is democracy. That thing is politics. That thing is the type of education they brought to us. We were having our own education before they brought the white education. This is where our education tell you, when you are 2 years, when you are 4, 5, 6 years, when you see an older person carry something, you have to take it from him, send it back, send it to him. Kwame, when you are 7 years, you see an older person with 10, 17 years, when you are sitting on a chair, you have to wake up for him to sit down. Yeah. But when they came to Africa, when they came after they brought the education, they say now everybody has his own right. Children right, woman right, women right, and blah, 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 blah. They miss our culture because they saw there was power in the black culture. There was power in African culture. I won't stop sounding this message because I have discovered one thing. Yeah. Upon the fight, I fight religion and those things. The only solution I have found now is we need our culture, identity. We need our identity. Yes, we have to know exactly who we are. We are. Is that Bob Marley or Lucky Dube? He said, if you really know where you come from, I forget. Is that Bob Marley? Okay. If you know your culture, then you know where you come from.
That's Bob Marley.
Am I Bob Marley?
If you know that's Buffalo Soldier. If you know your history,
you're listening
then you know where you're coming from.
Thank you. So when they came to Africa, they say our history, our origin, our identity, our culture, our tradition is devil, is demonic. Don't go there. That is the only thing they do. They have to tarnish our image. Black color is no good. Black thinking is no good. Black food is no good. Black dressing is no good. They are lying to you. Everything about Africans, everything about black people, the key people, everything about dark people is good. Our melanin, our everything, our water, our food, our land, our earth, everything is good for them. They are jealous about us. They can't have it. So the only thing that your colonizers must do is to disconnect you from those things. You see, Mr. Man, I've never been to US before, but I think I'll come there. I've never been to Europe before. But you tell me something. Can you cut a tree down in Europe? Tree.
No.
Can you just wake up and cut tree down?
You have to contact the right person. You know, they have people that are contracted to cut trees. You can't just grab the trees in your compound. So you're gonna just take a machete or an axe and go cut it. You go to jail. You can't do that.
Number two, your own cat, your own meow in the house, your own cat in the house. Can you just beat him or hit the cat? Can you just do that?
No. Even if you leave it in the car, locked. Let's say you go to downtown somewhere, and you're going to do something. So you leave the pet, a dog, not a human being. Leave them in the car, lock it, and go. You come, and the police will be there.
Thank you. Yep. Number three, can you just throw dustbin in waters, in rivers, in USA, Europe? Tell me.
Then you're looking for trouble. You can do that, and you won't even do it because the surrounding is so clean, and they've set up the system that you don't have to. You can't do that. The system is set up.
Do you know where they stole this concept from? It's Africa. Oh, wow. That was what our ancestors were doing. Our ancestors were paying homage to the tree. They respect the tree. They say without the tree, no oxygen. Without the waters, we can't live life. The animals also, they are part of nature. So let's guide them. Let's protect them. But when your colonizers get to Africa, when they were bringing their religion, they told you because our ancestors were respecting trees, were respecting the earth, were respecting the river bodies, they were worshiping them. So you have to get out from there.
But my God.
The colonizer, a white man respects the river in Europe, he is not worshiping them. The white man respecting the trees in Europe is not idol worship. But when your ancestors were respecting trees in Africa, you said they were worshiping trees.
Yeah.
Even if that is true, our ancestors were worshiping fresh trees, living trees. But Jesus on a cross, a dry tree. Jesus hanging on a dry tree. Jesus cement, iron rod, and tree. And people are bending down for iron rod and tree. Say, our Father, give us this day our daily bread. A dead person on a tree.
Oh, man.
A dead person can save you. Mr. Reddy.
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
You know, I am happy.
Yes.
I am so happy inside me. Inner me, I am happy. Because of the message I am carrying. Yes. I am happy.
Yes.
Mr. Reddy, people are messaging me. People are calling me, telling me, yes, you are doing a good job. And it is true, I am doing a good job. Perfect. Because I'm doing a perfect job because our ancestors were not worshiping nothing.
No. Just spirituality.
They were worshiping nothing.
Yep. They just respected nature, you know.
Nature.
They knew God is in nature. Everything you see, the air passing by, the trees, you know, doing that, birds flying. That's all spirituality. That tells you your God is there. The God, you are part of it. It's like electricity. Okay, electricity comes to your TV, it goes to your refrigerator, it goes to your phone. It's not, that's electricity, it's power. That's what God is. God is power.
The same energy supplied to the fridge.
Yes.
The same energy supplied to the radio.
Yes.
The same energy supplied to the TV.
Yes.
The same energy supplied to the bulb.
Exactly.
The same energy supplied to the fan.
Yeah,
how will the bulb be criticizing the fan?
Exactly. That's the problem.
We all have the same energy.
Yeah, that's what we have.
But religion will tell you God is not in you. God is in the sky. So if you want God, go to a place called church. Go and shout for your truth to become bigger. Before God will listen to you. Damn, what a rubbish. Religious people, let me tell yourself enough is enough.
Yeah.
Your Bible even says, don't you know your body is the temple of God? God lives in you. So this is our heaven. The head is our heaven.
Yeah.
The head is the temple. The brain, God lives inside the brain. The brain, we have the left and the right.
The right.
I was trying to, that is why in the book of Exodus, God told Moses to build an ark of covenant,
yes,
and put one angel here, one angel here. The Bible says God is in the middle of the ark. The same thing when Africa here, our kings, when they sit, you see the Benkumhini and the Nifahini, and the Ohini Nankasa will be in the middle of Benkumhini and the Nifahini. That means the Ohini Nankasa is the brain. The Ohini Nankasa carry the third eye.
Wow.
In brainwash Africans.
Wow. That was Yahuda Quintana.
Africans.
Yahuda, it's 1 o'clock. I wanted to talking about. Yeah, I wanted to summarize everything and hit it right now. It's 101. So yeah, a lot of people are listening. People on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining. Every Saturday, 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock U.S. time. If you are in Greenwich Mean Time, Ghana is 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. All right. So if you are anywhere in our African countries, just check U.S. time and then compare it to yours. Because some are 7 hours ahead, some are 5 hours ahead. So thank you for joining us. And we have I'll have a website, consciousvibes.com. The vibe is VYBZ. Okay, consciousvibes.com. Okay, when you go there, you can listen to so news and everything. And then we are in connection. We are in collaboration with 3FM 92.7 Ghana. Okay, so when you tune in into Conscious Vibes, you will hear everything that's coming from Ghana. Okay, through 3FM 92.7. Black Rasta is there 5 days a week. And he's a very knowledgeable guy. Go in and listen to him. He will tell you a lot about African history. And then we have our Back to African Identity platform. And we have a lot of people, anybody with African descent. We have islanders there, Jamaica.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
And African countries too. As long as you're a black man, you can come. But one thing you need to understand, you have to decolonize your mind, clean your mind from religion. Don't come and tell us you are a Christian or a Muslim. We won't accept you. You have to step out of that faith, all right? And then be yourself. Because don't come there and argue, we'll kick you out. All right, we don't believe in that shit that you believe in, so don't come. If you think that's you coming to to preach to anybody, don't even try. All right. So Yahuda, before you finish up, what's the number for the African Back to African Identity?
Okay, if you want to join our group, now we are on Telegram. You have to download Telegram before the WhatsApp is full up. We can't take people there anymore.
Yeah, man.
And we know in the future the WhatsApp will have a limit, so you come with the Telegram. The number is +233 241 53 93 34 +233 241 53 93 34. If you want to join, you send me hi and say, join me. Don't greet me. Somebody will send you, hi, how are you? You will say, I am fine. He will ask you, what is your name? But you want to join the group. You will use 3 days to greet me. You see, please, I don't say don't greet me. If you want to join, just send me hi, I want to join. Then I join you. Simple.
Yeah, simple as that. I remember when we were growing up, there was one guy that I don't think he went to school. So he went somewhere and they asked him, what's your name? And then he said, he answered, what is your name? Is Mami Kuya Abuaje. He thought they were asking his mother's name. So when they asked him, what is your name? He said, what is your name? Is Auntie. So what you just said reminded me of that. All right. Yeah. Quintana. So sum it up. Yeah, sum it up and let's go. Yeah.
Okay, so the topic today was how Donald Trump is sacking almost 6,000 something Ghanaians, let me say, Africans back to Africa.
Yeah. That's just Ghana. That's just Ghana. Nigerians, 6,200 Ghanaians. Yeah, Ghanaians. Okay, I think Nigeria is 3,000 or 5,000, and there are other countries too.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. So the message is, I said before the rain will fall, the wind must blow. The wind is blowing. If we don't take time, a time is coming. These people will tell all Africans, all black people to go back home. So it's telling us that we should stand on our feet and know who we are, so that we can also build our continent to be like them. Exactly. We shouldn't depend upon them. Yep. Then number 2, it's time Africans to get up from religion. Religion is the cause of the problem of Africans. You take it or you leave it. I don't care. I don't care how you see it.
The truth.
Then number 3, Africans, we need our culture, which will lead us to our identity, which will lead us to our spirituality. Because you discover your culture will come out with your identity. Your identity will come out with your spirituality. Then you see the power you have. So we are telling Africans, we should wake up on our toes and unite Africa, bring Africa back to identity. Then we all move forward and live ourselves, and live our continent in a good way, in the successful way, so that we'll forget these colonizers who came to Africa to destroy Africa. Big thanks to Conscious Vibes Radio and TV. Keep following us on Conscious Vibe Radio and TV, TikTok,